Hi, it's Lynn. So I haven't made a video in a few weeks, and I'm going to try to make a short video for working at home in a very limited space, just using body weight. I don't know, I may pull a book off the shelf. We'll see. So this is for anybody. I've got a chair handy. I could either turn around and use this chair to sit on, or I can use the back. I've got some other furniture in the way. This is my little office space that normally I don't use for exercise. I hope you're all doing well. And of course, breathing is probably the most important thing these days. Obviously, every day, but the slow breath that calms you down and makes you really clear out the bad air in your lungs and keep your lungs healthy. So everyone, just find a comfortable space to either sit or stand and take a deep breath as you raise your arms up, and a deep, slow breath out. And inhale slowly. If you don't have uncontrolled high blood pressure, pause for a few seconds and exhale slowly down. And let's do that a few more times. You could do it at your own pace. Inhale up. You may find yourself starting to feel warmer just by doing this. Inhale up. Slow, try to inhale a little more. You could do that a few more times if you want to pause the video, or maybe that's all you want to do today. And of course you can do it sitting. And what they're recommending with the virus, but we've been doing it with yoga for years, is inhale for 4, count 7 if you can when you're holding your breath, as long as your blood pressure is not out of control. And then exhale for 8, or some combination. I honestly follow your body. Inhale very slowly, pause at the top, exhale even slower, pause at the bottom. You could also do it as what we call box breathing, where you're pausing at both ends. And the other thing I'd like you to try to do, which you can do any time of the day, is just your mobility movement. So turn your head to one side. You know that I always start my yoga classes and my exercise classes with this. There's no magic, but do try to feel what muscles you're stretching. And I don't believe in stretching hard before you've warmed up. I think that causes more injuries than anything else. Just like runners used to do stretching before they did a long run. Now, people are more inclined to warm up a little mobility, roll your head around. Shoulders carry a lot of tension. Get your shoulders going around and coming back. And arms up and around, and maybe do a backstroke slowly. You can still do this sitting if you need to, or near a wall in case you have to grab on. Look to the back, and around, and around, and around. And maybe move your wrists now, and fingers. Get your fingers loose. Round and around, get everything going. We're all carrying a lot of tension with us. Scarecrow arms, get the elbows going, but you can only go in certain ways with the elbows. You can't go backwards. And big arm circles, and all the way back, and all the way up, and all the way down again. And let's lean to one side, lean to the other, back and forth. Back and forth. and roll your belly around. Push that belly out, pull your belly back, push it out, pull your belly back, push it. Now go the other way. Pull it back, belly out, fanny out, belly out, fanny out. Very good. And now if you're holding on to something, it helps. You don't have to if you don't need to. Let's bring our legs up and out, and be careful if you've had hip replacements. Follow your restrictions. Bring your legs up and back, up and back, up and back, up and back. I do tend to forget to smile when I do this. And let's do some twisting if you're allowed to. Now, depending on your osteoporosis, you're not supposed to do a real big twist or a real forward fold. But if you have no restrictions or your osteoporosis isn't that bad, you can inhale up and exhale all the way down and just ragdoll, hang forward. And roll up by pulling your belly in, using your belly to support your spine. Inhale up and fall forward. Or maybe you come now to a flat back where you push your hands on your shins or your thighs. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg and gradually come up. Okay, so we've done a little bit of warm up. Oh, and don't forget your ankles. Bring your ankles around and move the toes as much as you can. I want to do those too because I want to do some footwork with you today. Just a little bit. So, no exercise routine is complete without some version of squatting. You can do a box squat where you're going to sit onto something and then come up nice and tall. I want to try to get you to use bracing. And I don't know if you watched one of the videos that I shared on Facebook that I didn't make. Dr. Stuart McGill did a podcast, and another trainer or chiropractor guy did the actual exercise. But bracing is when you want to use all your muscles. We don't want to hollow. We don't want to just belly to spine. We want to make believe someone's punching us and tighten everything around here. So take a breath in and then tighten everything. And you still have your breath in there. You're not breathing deeply and you're not tightening to the point where you're killing yourself. You're tightening everything. And we're going to use that bracing feeling to help us get up off the chair if you have a problem with that. So I'm going to try squatting down onto my seat here, brace everything here, and help that lift us up. Lifting up from here and lifting up from your tush. Tush tightens, everything tightens in here. When you feel it, it's like riding a bike. Once you can get these muscles to contract, you'll never forget it. And down, and push down, and up, and down, and up. And y'all know I stink at counting, so maybe that's 4 or 5. And you don't need to sit down all the way. You can just touch the bottom. And make sure you're tightening your tush and standing up nice and straight when you come up. Core in, everything engaged. Down, and up. We're going to do about 3 more. Doesn't matter. If you turn off the video, pause it, you want to do maybe 3 sets of 12 and up. Or you can do more. It's up to you. It's how you're doing it. You could also have a weight, something heavy. This is a pretty heavy book. And down. And push it out. That helps you stand. Down. And push it out. Like I said, I don't count. So then I want to do some knee highs. So maybe you're holding on. Maybe you're not. And you're going to use your elbow to try to reach that other side. We're going to do one leg at a time. So I'm going to do my left. You can mirror me or do your, it doesn't really matter. You've only got 2 legs. So 1, all the way up. 2, 3, 4. Again, you tighten that belly to get it out of the way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. Maybe you hold on, maybe you don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Now I'm going to take, let's see if I can get 2 things here. Maybe it doesn't really matter. I could do 2 books or 2 soup cans or nothing at all. And I want to try to work on these guys. So either you're going to use weights or you're not. I like to take a step forward and tuck in this again. Brace this again. Not belly to spine. That's rounding your back too much. That's taking the natural curvature out. You just want to engage everything. Lean on the front foot, back foot straight. Put your elbows back there. Bring them down, bring your hands down, and back up. And 2. And contract when you get there, like you're pushing the wall. Push the air. Push the air. Years ago, isometric exercise was popular anyway. No one had weights. Push the wall. Push the wall. If you're using weights, that's fine. Push the wall. I'm going to turn my head forward so I don't hurt my neck. And I advise you to do the same. Once you get the hang of the exercise, you don't want to turn your neck towards the screen and distort your form. Your head should be in line with your body. I'll never forget when Eileen, who's our Pilates expert at the JCC, came running into me after she saw me through the glass doing a Les Mills class. And I was doing all the weightlifting from a corner, looking diagonally at the teacher. And she came in and she said, "You're going to hurt your neck because you're kind of twisting." So always be aware of the fact that you got to keep your head in line and comfortably in line, and your neck and here, your upper shoulder muscles aren't getting tight and distorted trying to look at some video online. Okay, we're going to do holding on if you can. I want you to do some kind of version of standing on one foot, and we're going to, whoops, I stepped on something that's been here for a while. You don't have to hold on. You'll notice I'm not going to tip my body, but we're going to push our heel back. Okay, so back to, of course, when I was a ballerina, I certainly did much more than this. Feel this here, not here. It should be all in your tush, not in and your back of your thigh. And I have my foot pointed towards me, but if you want to do it with the toe, you're welcome to. But you'll notice I am not doing this. And I am not arching my back. I'm standing straight and just extending my leg. A few more times. Okay? A few more. Okay, let's do the other side. Back. Without kicking any furniture. Like I said, I'm purposely doing it in a small area. Plus it keeps my dogs out. 3, 4 maybe. 5, 6. Don't twist your back. Don't arch your back. Keep it normal. Maybe this is 8. I don't get paid for counting. 10, 11, 12. And now you're going to do out to the side. So if you want to hold on to something, you can. No tipsies. Your body is normal. You're going to raise your leg out as far as you can go, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. My body's staying. Engage this. Push this with your other hand. Make this tight. Keep this engaged. Make believe someone's punching you. Oh, it's going to burn, and it's going to burn the leg you're standing on. Okay? I don't know how many that was. Maybe 2 more. And the other side. Okay. 1, 2. Engage this. Everyone's got 6-pack abs. Some are just more protected by softer tissue than others. I think that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One thing I should have warned you about, we should be going for 12 maybe, is don't lock the knee you're standing on. And you can do this lying down on your bed or your couch. Couches tend to have a curvature, might not be good, but a hard couch or your bed, you can do it lying down. I hear my talkie. Okay, and now we're going to do heel raises, which I'm just going up on my tippy toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought I had my feet in there, but 9, 10, 11, 12. And you're going to alternate that with heel walks. So I'm going to move this thing because it did slide it a tad. Don't fall over now. Okay, heel walks should be, you're not going to get a lot of them in here. You can stay in one place if you want. My toes are up in the air and I'm marching. Better off doing it on a carpet. If you try to do this, and I'm on a little rug, if you try to do this on a hardwood or tile floor, you're going to hurt yourself. But walk around, stretch your calves that way. Heel walks. You do 10, 12 on each side. Doesn't matter. Okay, and we're going to start from the top. Keep me honest, because I may have forgotten what we did. So we're going to do 12 squats. I'm going to do it with the book. Down, press out. 1. Engage your belly. Engage your tush. Engage your belly. Engage your tush. This should be 3. Who knows? 4. On my tombstone, it's going to say she couldn't count. 5. Hopefully that won't be for another 20, 30 years. Maybe that's 6. I don't know. Tighten tush, stand tall. 7. When you shove something forward, you notice my shoulders aren't going, huh. My shoulders are staying back. I'm standing up, just extending. Let's do 3 more. Doesn't really matter. We're not doing a particular regime. If you were really trying bodybuilding, counting and taking breaks in between, that's really stricter. But we're not doing that. Okay, now our knees to elbow. 1, 2, 3. Anytime you need to stop and get some water. 4, or take a break, just pause the video. 5, 6. Remind me to smile, because I tend to forget. I was once walking into the Cherry Hill Mall to do gift wrapping for Hadassah at Christmas time. And some man came in that I didn't know. And he said, "Lady, if you don't smile, Santa's not going to come." So you have to remind me sometimes. There you go. You know, smile lines are much healthier than sad lines and frowning. And y'all know that I do laughter yoga, which may seem like a funny thing to do, but it's not funny. When you're smiling, when you're laughing, even if you're faking it, it releases the good hormones in your body, and it calms down the ones that are inflammatory and unhealthy, because your body doesn't know that you're faking it. Of course, it's better if you're having a good time, but because laughter yoga is a good way to burn calories too. So maybe I'll do a video with that pretty soon. Let's see, what didn't we do? Legs out to the side. I probably forgot something. When I go to watch the video before I post it, I'll realize what I left out. If I count on my fingers, I'm not too bad. So I hope you're taking good care of yourself. Some people are making masks, which I am doing. I donated some to Bancroft, and I don't know where the rest will go. Still waiting to get stamped so I can send some to my family. And I'm getting more comfortable wearing them around the block when I walk the dogs. It's pollen time, and everyone is mulling and planting. And for me, tippy toes? For me, I used to wear masks at this time of year anyway, but I wore the dust masks. If I wore that kind of mask now out there, I'd look normal. So, listen, if any of you need anything, I'm trapped in the house too, having deliveries come to the house, which isn't fun. Although it's exciting when you get a time slot. Or when the delivery's here, wow, yay! And we go outside and disinfect everything before bringing it in. But if you're really in dire straits and you need some help, really speak out. Jewish Family Services is helping people. Call me. I can send you a list of local places that do dog food banks, including AWA. I think they're open every day 9 to 5 out in the parking lot. If you're stuck on needing dog food and cat food because your income is shot to pieces. Okay, heel walks. So what did I forget? Didn't do triceps. See? Not senile yet. Doesn't have to be in the same order. Okay, keep going. Just march around on a rug. Another thing you can possibly do is stand on the edge of a step holding on, please, and paddle your heels because you want to lengthen the muscles in the back of your calves. Lengthen them. Most of us aren't wearing high heels anymore, but tight calves used to be a real issue. And just for the record, if you have tight muscles in the back of your calves or back of your thighs, that affects your back. I mean, if you're tight all the way along here, you could even get headaches. You can get a stiff neck, although it crosses over in the middle. So if you're getting plantar fasciitis in your right foot, you're tight on the left when it comes to your back and up. Okay, ready? We're going to do a third step. And by the way, I didn't forget our biceps. We're going to do biceps and triceps in another form as soon as we're done with the third set. See if I remember it all. Okay, don't see anything else here, but that's okay. You don't really need anything. A jug of water, a jug of milk. If your jug of milk is empty and you put water in it, I don't know that you want to keep milk out of the refrigerator while you exercise. Cans are good, just don't drop them on your feet. I've done that. You can be pretty inventive walking around picking stuff up. I doubt there's anyone out there with babies at home, but if you're with your grandkids, the grandkids would just love having you pick them up. So that works. But did you get your wind? Feeling ready for the next set of everything? Maybe give her 10 to 12, 13, whatever. Down. Remember to engage that belly, not belly to spine. Engage the belly. Engage everything here. Tighten the tush. Don't forget to tighten underneath. Down, tighten, pull everything up, do those kegels so you don't end up needing adult diapers while we're in quarantine. Pull it all up, pull it up from where you're sitting, and up, and up, and up. And I have no music on for a reason. First of all, you can play around. My particular favorite would be Israeli music. Those of you who want to dance, follow someone named Ira Weisberg, B-U-R-D. This week, because of Yom HaShoah, he was not on Monday night on Facebook, but he will be tomorrow afternoon instead. And he does Israeli dancing Monday nights, line dancing Tuesday mornings, some European type folk dancing at other times. I have enough trouble trying to remember to dance with him on Monday. And he'll ask for a donation, part of which he gives to the local food bank in Florida, where he's coming from. And since it's Facebook, people all over the world are watching. And there's no limit. Like, we tried to do Yizkar on Passover, the end of Passover, with our synagogue, and Zoom locked us out because they had too many people. If you do Facebook Live, and you can go on anytime, and his videos are still there, 3 hours worth of Israeli dancing. I think tomorrow it's at 2 o'clock. But look up Ira Weisberg, W-E-I-S-B-U-R-D. He's really good. Of course, normally during the year, I dance with Sharon Polsky at TBS. It's not affiliated with our synagogue, but we rent space there. And Tuesday nights at 7 till 9:30 when the good times are rolling. But right now, there's also a Chicago Facebook Live, and there are a number of Israeli dance groups. You can find just about anything you want. And there's some guy that I shared on Facebook. I think his name is Larry Katz. He's in Manhattan, and he's in the basement of his I forget where he is. He's in the basement of his apartment building, and he found a piano in his storage room, and his son challenged him to play Yiddish songs on the piano every night. So every night he posts this for free, and he's amazing. So if you want to listen to Israeli music, Yiddish music, anything that you like to listen to, I don't know, hip hop, whatever you like, play your own music, and that will inspire you better than if I pick mine. Second reason is I don't have the copyright to the music. Well, typically, since I'm not charging, it doesn't really matter. You know, we forgot to do these guys. We didn't do them last time either. So now we're going to go for 20. 4. Push that wall. Push it back. Tummy in. This is in. Flat back. Back. Who knows? 5, 6. I can't count. 8. If you're doing this with Jane Fonda in the old days, she would have you doing 20. If you go to physical therapy for types of stuff like this, you're doing 20 to 30. So don't worry if the numbers are messed up about whether you're doing 10 or 15, or just keep your shoulders nice and relaxed, please. Don't let them hike up. You want to change foot, you can. I've got my back heel down. My back leg is straight. I'm using this as a stretch. Now, I noticed just now that when I changed legs, remember our fascia, that's the tissue that covers our muscles. It's under our skin, it's around every organ. It's all connected. You can take it out of the body and practically stand it on its own. I wasn't hurting. My neck wasn't hurting when I had my other leg back. When I turned this way with my left leg back and tried to look to the left, I felt a pull that was uncomfortable when I looked at the camera to my left and in my upper shoulder. So really, find your comfort zone. My rule has always been no new pain. Everybody can exercise. If all you feel up to doing today is moving your pinky, then we move your pinky. But everybody can exercise in some way. Okay, what did we leave out? I don't know, you'll remind me. So now I'm going to do some push-ups, but I'm going to do them on an elevated level. So you can do them on the wall. You can do them on the floor. You can do them on a bed. And I'm going to do them on here. Now, I haven't done push-ups in weeks. And I'm on a very slippery floor. So this ought to be cute. I may only get to do about 2. I'm going to go down and come back up. I'm going to go as far down as I can. It's really hard on this. It's very soft. And my wrists are ending up being hyperextended. I need something better in here to do it on. Let's see, maybe this bed. Maybe this chair I think is also pretty hard. I think that chair is also pretty hard. Maybe I'm trying to fit myself in between so I can do it on the bed. But do it elevated. That's pretty soft too, but it's not as bad. And no tush in the air, please. If you need to put your knees down, I call that the girly push-up. Okay, but it's not my favorite. I'd rather you elevate. And now I'm holding it as a plank. I got a lot of bedding on here because this is where I store my extra blankets. So it's really too soft. But my hands are, it's making my hands bend further back than they should. I don't recommend fists. I have in the past mentioned that some people do like to use their fists instead. One of my trainers does. But first of all, it digs my nails into my hands. And my nails are not that long. And second of all, you can, let's see if I push my hands at the edge. Maybe that helps. Some people will roll their wrists. So I'm not doing very many or being aggressive in this room because it's really not suited for it. It's a very slippery wooden floor. But you can do it on a wall. Find a place that's safe for you and do some push-ups. Okay, and I didn't feel like we did enough biceps. Certain push-ups are really a whole body plank and tricep. So what we're going to do for isometric biceps rather, or make believe that the air is thick, and bring it up to here. Turn your hands around. Press going down. Bring your hands over. Press the air. And press it down. We really didn't do biceps earlier. I want you to isometrically press, widen your fingers. Press, 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 press. As if someone is pushing back at you. And press down. And really feel your biceps engaging. Roll your shoulders around because you might be tightening that instead. Don't forget to engage here. And down. And up. And down. And keep going. Up. Just move this over. And down. And up. And down. And now I want you to come midway, mid-range, and we're going to do pulses. Elbows are locked to your side. You're standing nice and tall. Hit this, make sure it's engaged. Hands are out, like you're serving a coffee tray. And you're just going to go like this. How many can you do? Keep going, keep going. You'll feel your biceps churning, burning. You'll feel them burning. That was the word I was looking for. I am getting senile, staying at home. It's been 6 weeks. I have not been to a store. Keep going. Turn your hands over. Push, push, push like you're bouncing a ball. Push, push, push. Maybe you have a tennis ball. People who've been in my East Back class, you've got tennis balls. I gave you one. Or you've got softballs. Go outside and bounce them. Face up. Pulses. Down. Whew. You feel that in here too. Okay, give your arms a shake. Okay, and we haven't done too much with our backs or our chests. So remember this one from gym when we were kids? Palms together and press together. Another isometric to work these muscles. We don't want this to be too tight or overworked because we spend too much time going like this already. But this does help get your boobs up. So press together, press together, press together, press together. 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 110, 111, 112. And back. I want to find a way not to do our triceps, but to do our back muscles. So we're going to go back like that and squeeze our backs together. Back. Another thing you can do is go up against something here and feel the pressure as you, now I use this as a stretch too for the front of my body, but I'm really trying to concentrate on tightening this muscle back here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze it together like someone's going to put a pencil between them. Put them together, not your neck. Put them together. 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 Push them together. Push them together. Keep doing that. Tightening together. Pushing your back together. Elbows together. Elbows together. Elbows together. Very good. Okay, let's do a little bit of stretching. That's kind of enough for the day. You may feel you've tightened up in here. So I want you to just drop your head to the side. And exhale. And as you exhale, let your head fall over. Where are you stretching? Where do you feel the stretch? Whenever you move, you should know mindful movement. What muscles tight? What muscles engaged? Whenever you're stretching, mindful stretching. Now, this is that pocket stretch, or sometimes it's called the dirty armpit stretch. So you're going to look this way, smelly armpit. And you're not going to pull hard. You don't want to ever stretch the back of your spine. But this muscle's along here, along the side. And you're not pulling, you're just resting your arm. Don't forget to engage this too. Okay, look the other way. And pull it down. Just relax. I'm not pulling hard. I'm not pulling like I'm trying to drag the dog out of a street. Okay, open up on your arms. Thumbs down. How far back can you go? Whenever you stretch, you can do it yoga style, where you take an inhale, and then when you exhale, you stretch more. You can hold it for a while. There are formulas. I'm not being particularly instructional right now. Just get a good stretch that makes you feel comfortable. My dog's barking. She hears me up here and has no idea. She's never been up here. Well, Ginger has. Those of you who know Ginger, pull it down. But Big Mama has never been up here. She doesn't know what this level is. I think she's only been in the basement once, so she's a little confused. Oh, reach up and fall over. Oh. And roll those shoulders back. And you may want to take your hands and massage back here. The people that I gave tennis balls to and softballs to, you should get them out, go up against the wall, and give yourself a massage. The only thing I advise you of is if you're tipsy-turvy or you have a hard time getting up from bending over, if you're going to have a tendency to drop the ball, figure out a way to do it laying down. Okay, so now we want to stretch our legs a little. Maybe put them up on something. Or you want to sit. Sitting's fine. Sit down, stretch your leg out. And the other leg, I'm just stretching it out. I'm sitting towards the end of my chair. Don't fall off. I'm still sitting up straight. Point the toe, bring it back. Very good. Now, if you're sitting on a chair that has no arms and you want to sit on the end and drop the outside leg down, that stretches your tight hip flexors, puts you in a lunge. My arch is on the ground, not my toes. Taller people, we've discovered in my East Back class, need a taller chair. This is not a very tall chair, but I fit. Sometimes you have to hold the back to do it. And just let it hang, let it relax. Feel that stretch in here. Very good. Okay, let's do a little bit more deep breathing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up one side. Exhale down. Inhale, stretch that side. Exhale down. Maybe you want to roll your head again. Roll it the other way. Okay, ladies and maybe gentlemen, and kittens and dogs and grandkids and whoever you've got at home. I'm not a professional video maker. I don't have a good studio at home. When I look at my videos, sometimes I laugh. But, you know, it's a learning curve, and I'm really doing it just to help out and share with people. I can do something more aggressive. I said I was going to, but I did more dog walking and more mask sewing and didn't end up doing any aggressive workouts lately, so there was nothing to video. But maybe I'll get back to it now. It's supposed to be a rainy day, but in between the raindrops, I hope you manage to find a reason to smile. Take care of yourself, people, and don't forget to contact me if you need anything, even if you just need a shoulder to cry on or you'd like to FaceTime or Zoom and have a chat. Bye.